Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Trillium Tarot. This is Stephanie, and I'm so glad that you are joining me for flipping through this deck. This is Alchemy 1977 Tarot. So this is an older deck that's been reprinted. I did purchase this deck from my favorite Etsy shop, Divani shop. If you do order from this shop, and I do definitely encourage you to do so, but if you do order from this shop, be aware that it does take time for the decks to get to you, or for your order to get to you, because it is coming from Ukraine. I saw that somebody left a negative review on their shop site on Etsy, and they may not be aware of how negatively that impacts the shop. But just please be sensitive to shipping times if you do order from this group. Very nice people to work with. I highly recommend them, which is why I like to feature their decks. This deck is very interesting. It's focusing on it a little bit. It's got some really interesting artwork on it. The words on the cards are very small, as you can see. I usually try and show the entire borders of the cards, but I want you to be able to see the images as well as the wording. Interesting Emperor card, huh? There's a lot going on these cards, though. However, once we get to the minor arcana, you will see that this is a pip deck. So flipping through the minor arcana will go more quickly than I am currently flipping through the major arcana. So don't you worry. Wheel of Fortune. As usual with most of the decks that I get from Divani Shop, the 8 card and the 11 card. So the Strength card and the Justice card are switched in order. Death, and then Temperance. The Devil. The Tower. Star. Very interesting Moon card. This is a pretty gothic deck, I would say. Judgment. And finally, the World. So, like I said, the suits... Well, here, let me move the major arcana out of the way before I dive into the suit of swords. So like I said, the minor arcana are pip cards. So you're just going to see, 3 swords. And then 4 swords. And so on. So these will go a lot more quickly until we get to the court cards, because those are fully illustrated, if I remember correctly. Yes, they are. Okay. So here we have the Knave, or the Page of Swords, then the Knight, the Queen, and finally the King. So now we go through the wands. I really like the black roses for the wands. For some reason that grabs at me for some reason. I don't know why. I was just about to speculate and come up with a story of why they grabbed my attention, and I don't really have one, so I'm not going to. I'm not going to lie to you. I just like them. Queen, and finally the King. So now we will look at the Suit of Cups. And we have an illustration on that one. Partial illustration on the 2, and then we get into just the numbers of the cups. And the music just got a little loud. Sorry about that. Oh my Lord, there we go again. 9, 10. Here we have the Page, the Knight, the Queen, and finally the King. We will wrap up with the Suit of Pentacles. And just like the last one, the Ace and the 2 have some partial illustration on them. But the rest of the minor arcana, at least the numbered portion of the deck, is just the number of pentacles. And we'll wrap up with the last 4 cards. We have the Page, or the Knave of Pentacles, the Knight, the Queen, and finally the King. I hope you enjoyed this walkthrough of this deck. It is an unusual one that has been out of print for a while, so I was excited to see it. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate your time. If you would, please give the video a thumbs up and or subscribe if you have not yet done so. I would be really appreciative of that. And I look forward to the next video.